Welcome. I'm here with a beautiful poem.
Tired poem.
Oh, beautiful poem.
Here we are. It's the 28th. We're counting 28 tonight. So we're getting closer and closer. Getting closer and closer to the climax of our story when we climb the mountaintop with Moses and receive the guideline for living the Torah. We repeat this journey every year, and every year it's different. Every year the challenges are different. Every year the journey is a little different. Every year everything looks different.
Okay.
And I imagine it looks different from the mountaintop too, right? That moment of revelation, that moment of seeing the big picture is different every year. Every year is so different. This year has been a tough year. You know, we've said this before, but the Omer it's a mourning period. There's a veil of mourning during the Omer, right? And you wonder why. What's the mourning about? What's the grief about in this time? And it's about leaving. It's about leaving. It's about leaving what you have to leave behind, right? It's about leaving.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so find it.
Okay. You're a beautiful poem.
Okay, so let's do a little teaching for the 28th night. You got a
I'm going to sing a little bit first.
Okay, sing.
ויעדו הבקירוכי את אישם ועירה וימרוכי גביעתי דונה לי ולא ירא. la 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 la. Into your hands I entrust my spirit. The time that I lie down, the time that I rise up. With my spirit, my body too. God is with me, I shall not fear. La 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 la. So, yeah. We've hit 28 days of the counting, just 4 weeks of the counting. Arba'a Shavuot. Oh, what happened? No, I want to stay on the page. Oh, okay. And we're into the energy called Netzach. It's the last in Netzach. Malchut, the spigot, what I call the spigot. Spigot, turn it, or don't turn it. You know what I'm saying?
A spigot in a sense that all the other energies flow through.
Correct. And so the divine overflow, if it comes into the world at all, it comes in through Malchut. And Malchut is also Shekhinah, also Kala, Friday night. And it's beautiful, Malchut.
It's beautiful. It's the integration. Beautiful. I guess two things. It's the confluence where things intersect, but it's also the potential of integration of all the energies. The integration of the energies so that, yeah.
Yeah, so, and it also, it sits off by itself, it's not part of the two triads.
Right.
And that's interesting too. It has its, so it's able to funnel and collect from all the other energies.
Be a vessel.
Yes.
Sometimes being a vessel
takes something of it, of all the energies. Second triad, from confidence to resolution. So in the first triad, the resolution pole is called beauty, Tiferet, in the center. From the first triad, the middle pole, of beauty, truth, beauty, beauty, truth. Hello, Mr. Keats. In pursuit of the beautiful truth, aren't we? Turn the spigot, open up a malchut. How's that for a spiritual experience? Here's the key. Chesed, love. Gevura, restraint. Come on now. Tiferet,
Beauty.
the integrating pole, beauty.
Love that.
Netzach, you think you know. Hod, you don't know.
Humility.
Yesod, foundation in the body. Locate your wisdom in your body. Ground yourselves. And then the seventh, malchut, the spigot.
To be a vessel, the holiest of all things.
Malchut shebenetzach. Hayam shmona ve'esrim yom shehem arba'a shavuot la'omer. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al Sfirat
HaOmer.
Omer. I'm going to read you a very heavy poem.
Okay.
I wrote it today.
Oh boy.
It has to do with integration of Jewish and Hindu wisdom. It's called Roots Above.
Nice.
When the upper root and the lower root find each other, they meet at the inner point of truth. Once immortal, he lives among humans. He remembers his divine powers.
Wow.
The inner point of truth will open unto everything, and it will be a secret, generous wisdom. I saw him carrying a mountain.
Wow.
The inner point of truth is like a chute into everything, within and around a seamless version of the whole, and every individual will feel like a version of God. Omer, the monkey god, opened up his chest to show on every tissue in his body is written Ram, God.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Boy, talk about an integration of holiness. I love that. That's great. Remember when we ended up at the temple of Hanuman? Oh no, you weren't there. I for a moment I believed you were there with me, but we were coming down from. We wanted to see the beginning of the Ganges, right?
Who did?
I was with Jill and her friend and Sarika and me. It was the four of us, and so we took a train up into. We went to Dehradun, where they have a lot of the schools. And on the way down, we were in a car and we had to get to the train. If we didn't get to the train, we would really be stuck because we had to get to the train, because if we didn't make that train that night, it was the last train, we would have no place to stay. And we had to get back to where we were staying.
Rishikesh.
Well, we were in Rishikesh and then we had to leave. We went Dehradun, Rishikesh, and then we took this car and it was supposed to bring us to the train. And the guy, we said, can you do it? Because we just had enough time. And he said, oh, yes, I can get you there. And then we go by this place and he stops. And we said, we can't stop. And he said, I have to stop. This is my temple. So we stopped, and wouldn't you know it, it was Hanuman.
Wow.
And it was all over was Ramdas. All of Ramdas's books were there, and pictures of Ramdas, and tributes to Ramdas. And of course, we had met Ramdas, we knew Ramdas. And I said, oh, we know this guy. And the driver was just so thrilled that we had this connection. We almost forgot about the train. But we had this really holy connection, and it was his guy. Everybody has their own god, and Hanuman was his,
I love
the
it.
monkey god. And then we piled back into the taxi, and we were sure we were going to miss the train, but I'll be darned, we made it just in time.
Beautiful.
Thanks to Hanuman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really, but there, I mean, in the middle of nowhere, he stops, and it was Ramdas, of all people. It was
I
crazy.
love it.
It was crazy. I have pictures of it, from that trip.
That's good.
It was crazy. Those kinds of, when you're in a holy path, right? You're in the groove. I don't know, you're in the river.
Yeah.
And you're in the flow.
Stuff like that happens.
Stuff like that happens. It really does. But you can't be stuck, right? You have to be unstuck and unattached to the outcome. And, it comes from having a glimpse from the mountaintop of knowing that you're really part of something greater.
I just had an idea. Inspired by a thought.
What is?
I've got to keep it.
Okay, hold on to
I'll
it.
show it to you.
Okay, good. Well, that's what happens, when we learn together, a chidush, something new occurs to us that kind of helps us put things in perspective. There's plenty of things to be upset about. There's plenty of things to kvetch about. But there's things we have no control over, and we got to give those over.
Yeah.
That's hod. That's humility. That's less self, more God. Okay. And that's what allows us to flow forward.
Well, we'll start hod tomorrow night.
Yeah, but I think it's not our turn anymore.
Tomorrow night, I think so.
Oh, we still have tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we get one more night. All the rabbis are taking a week at a time, right? You think we have one more night?
Yeah, I think we have one more night.
Okay. And we'll see you tomorrow night.